Hello friends, welcome back to Pharma Biomed. In this video, we try to discuss about one of the basic concept of biology, that is genes, genome, as well as genome organization with respect to the prokaryotes and eukaryotes. The knowledge of this is very much important for the students of life science and healthcare and pharma. Let us go on to our tutorial. Thank you. Let's understand about gene organization, genomes and chromosomes in prokaryotes as well as eukaryotes, because it is very important to know the knowledge of this to study the genetic disorders, the genetic inheritance. Before going into the session, first we have to understand what is gene. So what is gene? A gene is a basic physical and structural unit of heredity. Genes are made up of DNA. Some genes act as an instructions to make molecules called proteins in the process of translation. So every person has two copies of each gene. One is from the mother and other is from the father. And genes are going to contain alleles. What are these alleles? Alleles are forms of the same gene with small differences in their sequences of the DNA bases. Now we can consider alleles are as responsible for person's unique physical features. Coming to the DNA, gene and chromosome, what is the relation between these two? So DNA makes up the genes and gene makes up the chromosome. So that is what you can see here. So this is the chromosome, and in the chromosome, if we see the alpha structure of the chromosome, so here the DNA which is colored in pink. So chromosome is made up of DNA and a particular segment of DNA is called gene. So many genes together, they form the chromosomal structure. So DNA makes up the gene and many genes together, they make up the chromosome. Then coming to the, what is chromosome? What exactly chromosome contains? What are the different parts? So in the nucleus of each cell, the DNA molecule is packaged into thread-like structures called chromosomes. So you can see the structure of the chromosome here. So the first is the P arm, then other one is the Q arm, which is this P arm is shorter in length, whereas Q arm is longer in length. Both are connected with the central centromer. This is the centromer. So each this fiber, these are called chromatid fibers, and the ends of this chromosome is called telomers, and these are made up of, one is DNA, the violet colored portion is the DNA, and it is connected with some protein molecules. This pink colored one is protein molecule. So DNA together are along with these proteins, which are called histone proteins, they form the chromosome. So that is what DNA along with histones, they make up the chromosome. Now coming to the, we have to understand what is a prokaryote and eukaryote and what is the basic difference in the genetic organization between prokaryote to the eukaryotes. What are prokaryotes? Prokaryotes are bacteria and cyanobacteria. And what makes them prokaryotes mean they have a pseudonucleus where the nucleus is not having any nuclear membrane, hence it is called a pseudonucleus, or it is also called nucleoid. So in this nucleoid, how the DNA will be present, how the chromosome is present means either it may be circular or linear in shape or discrete, and it contains very less amount of the DNA. Repetitive DNA also will be less, and it contains very less number of genes when you are comparing with the eukaryotes. So here you can see the structure of prokaryotic cell and prokaryotic chromosome, the circular or linear chromosome which is present very discrete. This is the chromosome of prokaryote, and apart from the chromosome, it do also contain some extra DNA which is also circular in nature. So this extra DNA is called plasmid. This plasmid is nothing but extra chromosomal. Other than the chromosome, the DNA that is present in a bacterial cell is called plasmid. Together, as it is not reflecting on contents of a nucleus, hence this nucleus is called nucleoid. Nucleoid means it is not an original nucleus. Then coming to the gene organization in particularly prokaryotic cell, because the size of the prokaryotic cell is very less, it is microns in size, how it can accommodate this much amount of the DNA so that it can replicate and it can synthesize proteins? Mean there is one mechanism is there that is called supercoiling. So what is this supercoiling? So now you can see this is a circular DNA, a fully expanded DNA. This is present in one example which I took is Escherichia coli. It is an example of bacteria. So here the length of the bacteria is 350 microns. So what happened to the next stage? It become a folded chromosome. Why? Because the DNA that is present get converted into so many loops here. So here you can find around 6 loops, so that it forms a folded chromosome, so that the size of the chromosome is reduced from the 350 microns to 30 microns. So it can accommodate in the small cell very easily. Further, these folded chromosome, further it undergoes a process called supercoiling with the help of the proteins and the RNA connectors you can see here. So this is called supercoiling, so that the 350 micron size has been reduced finally to 2 microns, and finally you have a supercoiled folded chromosomes, which is the characteristic feature of the bacterial chromosome or prokaryotic chromosome. Then coming to the eukaryotes. What are eukaryotes? Rest of the all living cells are called eukaryotes. For example, fungi are there, algae are there, small plants are there, higherly developed plants are there, animals are there, including we. All we become included. We are the part of the eukaryotic kingdom. So what this eukaryotic chromosome is made up of? Eukaryotic chromosome is again, it is also made up of DNA, but the DNA is coiled, highly condensed, and it is associated with proteins called histone proteins. So here you can see the structure of an eukaryotic chromosome, where you can see again the shorter arm, longer arm, and in the center you have a centromere. Here you can see kinetochore. This kinetochore plays a major role in the spindle fiber formation during the process of cell division, and the ends of this chromosome are called telomeres. So this is the basic outline of the eukaryotic chromosome. Now coming to the human chromosome. So how many are there? What are they? Means we have around 23 pairs of chromosomes in that. That means total is 46. Among this 23 pairs of chromosomes, 22 are autosomes. Autosomes mean they are same, almost they are same in the this Homo sapiens. So here you can see the structure of these 22 autosomes. Generally they are numbered based on the size of that autosome, and you have X and Y. These are sex chromosomes. So total we have 23 pairs of chromosomes in the human beings. Now coming to the genetic organization in eukaryotes, how genes are organized in the form of chromosomes in all the eukaryotic kingdom. So here first we have the DNA, a DNA double helix. So now the DNA will be wrapped around a core of 8 histone proteins. Here you can count, these are histone proteins. So DNA is wrapped in 8 histone proteins to form a structure called nucleosome. So nucleosome is nothing but it is a DNA that is wrapped in 8 histone proteins. Once the nucleosomes are formed, then all these nucleosomes are linked with another protein called histone protein H1 histone protein, to form a structure called chromatosomes. So now this is a chromatosome. Once the chromatosomes are formed, then they get supercoiled to form a structure called solenoid. So what this solenoid will contain? Each solenoid is made up of 6 chromatosomes. So here you can count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So total 6 chromatosomes are present in each solenoid. So solenoid is the most acceptable model to describe the eukaryotic gene organization. Then these solenoids forms a 30 nanometer fibers will be there. These solenoid fibers gets again compressed, they folded to form a discrete chromatin. Now this discrete chromatin again it is getting supercoiled to form a defined chromosomes during the process of cell division. So this is how from the discrete DNA to the well-defined, structurally defined chromosomes, there will be a complex genetic organization in eukaryotes. So this is all about genetic organization. I hope you like this content. If you like, please subscribe, share, and comment. Thank you, one and all. Hope catch you in next video.